The 811T is a universal analog transmitter that accepts inputs from DC voltages and currents or AC current signals through an Acromag current sensor. It is software programmable, but after installation, the module can be calibrated without connection to a PC using the front panel push buttons. There are 6 bipolar voltage ranges to select from, including a maximum DC voltage of plus or minus 100 volts, 2 DC current, and 6 AC current input ranges. 2 types of output configurations are available. The -0500 suffix provides 1 analog output signal, and the -1500 suffix provides 1 analog signal and 1 single pole double throw relay output that can be configured for a limit alarm. There are 5 output ranges to select from for either a voltage or a current signal. All ranges are fully adjustable through the IntelliPack configuration software. A trim adjustment of plus or minus 10% can be performed manually using the front panel push buttons. On the General page in the Acromag IntelliPack software, choose the type of input range from the drop-down menu. Choose the number of samples required to average the input signal. Each sample is equal to 100 milliseconds, so 16 samples would equal 1.6 seconds. This updates the output signal every 100 milliseconds based upon the moving average of the input signal over the period sampled. The mode feature allows a choice for how the output signal tracks the input. If normal is selected, then the output will increase as the input increases. If reverse is selected, then the output will decrease as the input increases. Acromag has engineered the IntelliPack software to be easily programmed using built-in help screens. At the top toolbar, one of the buttons is labeled with a question mark and an arrow. Click and release on this button to activate the help feature. Move your mouse pointer to any white highlighted field and click once more. A specific help screen will pop up defining the function to be entered. If you click on the gray area anywhere on the page, the entire help screen for that window will pop up. Once the help screen is displayed, you can right-click on it to copy or print it. On the transmitter configuration page, program the scaling for the I/O ranges. Enter the input signal level to correspond to 0% or the minimum output range. Enter the input signal to correspond to 100% or the maximum output range. Under the computation heading, 2 additional features are available. A square root function can be enabled by clicking on this field. The linearizer function allows the output signal to correct for a nonlinear input signal, or you can characterize the output using this feature. It matches the input to the output based upon the percentage of each range. From 3 to 25 breakpoints can be used to define the transfer curve. Normally, a standard transmitter equates 50% of the input with 50% of the output. So for 4 to 20 milliamp loops, 12 milliamps in would be 12 milliamps out. However, with this function, you can create any curve desired. 50% of the input signal could yield any output level from 0 to 100% of the output range, and so on. The scaled transfer function can be displayed by clicking on the Show Graph button. This will cause a graph to pop up with the input and output ranges scaled along the X and Y axes. The IntelliPack configuration software is available on a CD or can be retrieved from the Acromag website. It contains programs for all of the models in the IntelliPack series. After configuring the selected program, it is downloaded to the module through a serial port adapter, SPA, and cable assembly. The SPA contains an electronic circuit allowing a PC to communicate with a module. The software CD, cable, SPA, and user manual are combined into a kit. The part number for this kit is 800C-SIP. The program can be saved as a document file in your computer and printed out to obtain a hard copy. It can also be attached to an email. Any PC receiving the email can open the attachment provided the IntelliPack software is loaded in the computer. Another helpful feature is the ability to upload a program from a module to a PC. This may be necessary to determine the configuration of an unknown program or for monitoring or troubleshooting purposes. As software upgrades are issued, Acromag makes the latest version available from our website. Here are several examples of wiring diagrams for the 811T universal analog transmitter. For two-wire transmitters, the excitation supply provided by the module is 15 volts DC at 24 milliamps maximum per input channel. For AC current inputs, the Acromag AC current sensor should be used. A current-carrying lead wire is wrapped around the toroid with the number of wraps dependent upon the maximum current. For 20 amps AC, wrap once, 10 amps, wrap 2 times, 5 amps, wrap 4 times, 2 amps, wrap 10 times, and 1 amp, wrap 20 times. The toroid steps down and converts the output to a non-filtered DC signal with a full-scale output of 11.17 milliamps DC. So the factor is 20, maximum current times number of wraps, to yield 11.17 milliamps. If the factor is 10, for example 5 amps wrapped 2 times, then the full-scale output from the toroid is 5.585 milliamps. With standard CTs, you must disconnect the power to the current-carrying lead wire through the center of the CT and short the output leads from the CT. If this is not done, then an open-circuit CT can generate dangerous high voltages. However, since the output of the Acromag sensor is low milliamp DC current, this hazard does not exist. So using the Acromag current sensor makes the instrumentation safe for operators.